The 70s, the disco era. I can imagine it was a fun time. To go out with friends, go drinking, dancing. Now, in New York, going out to the disco, or the club, was a scary thing. There was a shooter prowling the streets and targeting women and couples in the middle of the night. But who was this mystery shooter? I'm your host, Scoot, and I'm here with my co-host,
Hatter.
And welcome to Investigation.
So real quick, just for you guys to know, this month, because we have the Doss House episodes coming out, if you don't remember, that was our episode 16. Those will be coming out later this month. We're going to be at the Doss House like the first couple weeks of July. So we're going to get those episodes ready for you and then have them out towards later in the month. But because of that, we're not covering a state in general this month, just because it would end up taking away a couple of their episodes as well, because I had to wrap up the Jennings 8 case, which comes out at the beginning of this month. So all that to say, we're not covering an exact state. It's going to be a little bit of a free-for-all. We got a couple fun cases for you guys. So I think, Scoot, you have a New York case for us.
Yes. So I am going to be talking about the son of Sam.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know a little bit about him, but...
Now, David Berkowitz was born June 1st, 1953, as Richard Falco to his parents, Betty Border Falco and Joseph Kleinman. His unmarried parents separated shortly before he was born, and he was put up for adoption 3 days after he was born. He was adopted by Nathan and Pearl Berkowitz. Both were World War II veterans. Now, his claim, David, is that he found out he was adopted at the age of around 4 or 5 years old. And when he questioned that, his father, Nathan, told him that his mother died in childbirth and his father was so filled with grief that he put David up for adoption.
Okay.
I know. A
little weird, but all right.
I know. A little strange.
We'll rock and roll with it.
Yes. Now, because of this, Berkowitz carried a lot of anger and guilt from this information.
I mean, I can understand why, because I know, like, adopted children in general, a lot of them have that thought of, like, why didn't they want me kind of thing.
Yeah.
But with that added on, like, basically the idea of, like, you killed your mom and then your dad didn't want you because of that would fuck a kid up.
Yeah. Now, I actually do have a quote from him. I thought there was a man out there that hated me and possibly going to try to kill me because I caused the death of... No, I screwed that up. Hold on. I got halfway there and just...
Halfway there. Whoa! We harmonized pretty good right there.
Possibly going to try to kill me for causing the death of his wife.
Oh, okay.
Now, this is what Berkowitz told Jack Jones, a reporter, in an interview he did in 1980. So I kind of jumped a little bit forward in time a little bit.
Right, but the quote follows what we were just talking about, so yes. I get it.
Now, I actually found this on a Netflix show called Conversation with the Killer, the Son of Sam tapes.
Oh.
Yes, which I'll reference this show several times because there was some really good information in the show that I couldn't find anywhere else.
Okay.
And I have questions as to why his father actually did that. Like, why would you tell your 4 or 5-year-old?
That was my thing. Like that's weird.
Yeah.
First of all, that fucks the kid up.
Yes.
Second of all, people who are adopted already deal with, like, thoughts like that, let alone you reinforcing them.
Yeah.
Like, the whole, like, they didn't want me kind of vibe. So it's like, especially a 4 or 5-year-old.
Yeah, like a tiny tot.
Yeah, like, give them tell them they're adopted if they ask. That I understand. Like, some families hide it for a really long time. Yes. Some don't. But then, like, save the story. Just be like, oh, yeah, well, you just happened to come to us, and we're so thankful for you. That type of thing. Like, save the story if... That's not even what happened, but if that was what happened, save it for when they're older and they have a better understanding of things.
Yes. Now, when he was 7 years old, Berkowitz suffered 2 head injuries, and then there was a third when he was 8.
Oof.
Couldn't find from what.
Okay.
My sources tell me what. It's just there was a head injury. Okay.
It is a really weird thing how many serial killers have head injuries when they are kids. Like, it is a common... Not all of them, obviously.
Yeah.
But a good portion of them do.
Huh. Interesting. Now, from a young age, Berkowitz had episodes of violent, disruptive behavior at home as well as in school. He also had very depressive episodes. He was prone to arson.
Oh,
Yes.
that's nice.
At age 13, Berkowitz poisoned his mother's pet bird.
That's nice.
Yes. And so his behavior caused his parents to send him to a psychiatrist. I couldn't think of the word at the moment.
You're okay.
But unfortunately, nothing significant came from that, even though he was exhibiting those behaviors.
That's weird.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, what would be a bad situation would become worse in 1967 when he was 14 years old. His mother, Pearl, developed breast cancer and died.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Now, afterwards, David and Nathan Berkowitz moved to Co-op City, which is a housing development that's in the Bronx. So they originally had been staying in South Bronx area, and then they moved to Co-op City. Now, sometime in 1969 and 1970, Berkowitz became what was called they call them fire buffs or police buffs. Do you know what that is?
Not really?
So what buffs do is they listen on scanners, police scanners and stuff like that, and then drive around town, and if there's a big fire or a major police incident that's being told on the scanner, they go to wherever that is and they go to support. Yeah.
Okay. I assumed that it was at least people who were listening on a scanner. My grandma used to do that. She would have one playing all the time. But to drive
to the place
is relax.
Now, his father Nathan remarried in 1971 and moved to Florida. As well as in 1971, David Berkowitz joined the Army, serving in both the U.S. as well as South Korea.
Oh, okay.
Now, while stationed in South Korea, Berkowitz dabbled in some drugs, as well as he had his first and maybe only sexual experience that was with a sex worker, and he actually got an STD from that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Well.
It happens.
I mean, it sucks to, have one experience and get an STD from it. Yeah, I'm not, ew, gross, because, it does happen.
It happens.
It's just unfortunate that
yeah.
One time and you're like, fuck!
Now, after his honorable discharge in 1974, he went back to New York City. In 1975, he went to what is called ALMA meetings. Now, ALMA is short for Adoptees Liberty Movement Association.
Okay.
And I guess they kind of help you find your birth parents. And he was looking for his biological father.
Oh, the guy that he thought might kill him.
Yes.
All right, that's a choice.
Well, I'm sure, you get curious. You want to know, you have questions.
I do get that, but also if you have the mindset of this guy wants to kill me, I don't know if I would want to try to find that guy.
Well, that's true.
Personally.
Now, at this time, he figured out that his mother may not have died.
Right, because this would air the actual backstory of just them separating.
Yes. When other people who were in the meetings were kind of laughing about how they were also told that kind of thing, oh, my parents died or my mother died, etc. And that was probably not true. And now Berkowitz was on the hunt for his mother to see if she was alive.
Valid.
Now, he was actually able to track her down, looking through the birth records and then going through the phone book. So he did send her a letter.
Oh, okay.
Eventually, he did get a chance to meet his mother, Betty, his biological mother.
Okay.
He also had a half-sister.
Oh.
Yeah.
From his mother?
Yes.
Okay.
How do I even say this? She didn't quite meet his expectations in multiple ways.
In his head.
In his head.
Right. I gotcha.
Yes. From, like, her looks and to the fact that he was disgusted that he was born out of wedlock and that his biological parents weren't together. Yeah.
Okay. Sir, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the fact that just being born out of wedlock, that he was an accident in his eyes.
Right.
I guess was disgusting to him.
That's a strong opinion. It's a wrong opinion, but it's a strong. I also have very strong opinions.
You also have very strong opinions, Hatter.
Yeah, I know.
You do. And from my understanding, he did cut off ties with Betty, his biological mother after that.
All right.
Don't you do
Did you
it.
see her twitch her back down? Like, don't tell me what to do. I heard a theory that cats can't see themselves in the mirror.
What do they see in the mirror?
I was like, there's no way that that's true because.
So what do they see then? Now I would get if they see themselves and they think it's another cat.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Let me.
But it's the fact that they don't actually see themselves? Can we keep this in? This is interesting.
It was literally the first. They cannot recognize themselves in the mirror.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, they
okay.
can. They do not possess the self-awareness to understand the image staring back at them is their own body. But I saw I think it was like people took that and like twisted it to where they can't see anything.
They just can't see anything
and I was
in
like,
the mirror.
they're not a fucking vampire. Like,
oh, shoot. Now, this almost makes you wonder when he was prowling the streets of New York, if he was looking for people that reminded him of his biological parents.
right, that's literally what I thought of. I was like, that probably explains why he went after couples so much as well.
And for, like, women who reminded him of his mother.
Right.
Because because I'm going to go through and talk about, like, the timeline, the victims, and everything. I don't see anything that would be sexually, like, gratifying for him. Like, you know how most serial killers have
that component. Yeah.
He doesn't, which is strange.
Mm-hmm. Well, even like his method of killing, because I know a little bit about the case.
Yeah.
And I know that he shoots people.
Yes.
And like even that in and of itself takes a lot of the like personal aspects away from it.
Which could have been, from my understanding, that's kind of what he wanted.
Right. But so like stabbing somebody, you have to be so close and you're basically like looking into their eyes while it's happening.
Yeah.
So that makes more sense for people who get something
out of it.
Like other than just like the satisfaction of taking somebody out who might remind them of their mom or something like that.
Now, in 1976, Berkowitz joined a friend to the movies. Like, they went out to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And he quickly became obsessed with the plot. It was a new film at the time called Taxi Driver.
Oh.
Do you know that movie?
A little bit.
So Berkowitz kind of felt connected to the main character, Travis Bickle, who was portrayed by Robert De Niro.
Mm-hmm.
Like the main character Travis, both of them briefly served in the military and returned home. And both men lived alone in New York City and had felt solitary and abandonment.
Mm-hmm.
So he really felt like
it was like serendipitous for him. Yeah.
Yes. Now, not long after seeing the movie, Berkowitz purchased a Charter Arms .44 caliber Bulldog revolver, the same caliber as one of the 4 handguns that Travis Bickle bought in the Bickle? Did I say that right?
I think that's what you said the first time.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I thought at first I said pickle, and I was like, oh, that's not right.
No, you definitely did not say pickle.
But no, it's the same handguns that was bought in the movie Taxi Driver that the main character bought. Now, in a scene from the film, Bickle drives a customer who's talking about his wife cheating on him and says one of the most famous lines in the movie. I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her with a .44 Magnum pistol. You ever see what a .44 Magnum pistol would do to a woman's face?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, I have not watched this movie. That's alarming. Jesus.
I have never watched the movie myself, but I kind of looked it up a little bit to get a rough idea what it's about.
Right.
Now, after purchasing the gun, Berkowitz proceeded to follow in Travis's footsteps once again by getting a job as a taxi driver in New York. And I have a quote for that. Now I had a cab, and I was actually patterning my life after the movie Taxi Driver. I saw myself exactly as Robert De Niro, an outcast, a loser, living in a cramped little apartment. I just saw everything that was me in that movie.
Okay, that's a choice. Like, Robert De Niro's an actor. Like,
Well,
he's not actually this...
no, but he saw himself in that.
No,
as
I
that
get that,
character.
but I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, it shows the, like, slight lack of reality to it, because
Yeah.
it's like, there's none of that recognition. He's literally taking a movie,
Yeah.
a Hollywood movie, which is dramatic and over the top and meant to entertain, and he's like, that's gonna be my life.
That fair enough. Fair enough. Now, I actually found that quote from the Netflix show that I was telling you earlier. Now, at some point, I couldn't find an exact time frame. He did go to work to go to work for the post office in the Bronx at some point. Now, it was also at this point that Berkowitz began dabbling into the occult.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that in the movie? Or is he going off script?
He's going off script, I think. He's going off script a little bit. He started consuming books and movies focusing on people, as he put it, acting out their angers and frustrations on other people.
Oh.
Things like books about, like, Jack the Ripper or, the Boston Strangler.
Cool.
Cool.
Solid.
10 out of 10, solid choices.
10 out of 10.
He said he started meeting with other individuals to conduct satanic rituals and do drugs.
All right.
Yep, I know. Now, this portion of the story has kind of been subject to debate. It's been debated over the years whether Berkowitz acted alone or if he was part of something bigger and multiple people were involved. But I'll come back to that.
Okay. Because I feel like I have an opinion about that. But well, I'll hold it.
Hold it. Now, according to his own accounts, Berkowitz's killing spree began on December 24th, 1975, Christmas Eve.
Damn.
I know. When he stabbed 2 women using a hunting knife.
Right, okay.
Now, one of the victims was 15-year-old Michelle Foreman. Now, the other was possibly, like, a Hispanic woman that's never been identified.
Okay.
Now, Michelle did survive. I believe he stabbed her 6 times.
Jesus Christ.
But she was wearing a really thick coat. So I feel like that kind of, like, how do I put it? Like, lessened the blow of it.
Yeah, well, it would be more, like, distance to go through.
Yeah.
So that would help it not, like, penetrate as deep or stuff like that.
Now, this was the only time he used a knife.
Yeah.
So, like, what we were kind of talking about was too personal for him. He didn't want to see his victims as people.
Right.
They weren't people.
Yep.
They were objects. For his anger, hatred.
Which my thing, too, is with her being 15, like, I don't know how that she would represent his mother.
I think it's also, like, it was the first that we know of. So I wonder if it was, like, him revving himself up to start this. Does that make sense? You know?
Yeah, I was just like, it's just definitely weird because he met his mom when obviously she was a lot older.
Yes.
So it makes more sense to go after a little bit of older people, or even like the age where she would have had him.
Yeah.
But like 15, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. Now, in July 29th, 1976, 18-year-old Donna Loria, now she was studying to be a city medic, and 19-year-old Jody Valenti, who was a nursing student.
Student?
Yes, student. Who was a nursing student. Now, after going to the disco, they were sitting in Jody's car in the Bronx when Berkowitz walked up to the car and shot at them. He fired 3 shots and walked away. Donna was killed instantly, and Jody survived. Now, Jody was questioned by police, and she stated that she did not recognize him, and she gave a description. Police determined that the gun used was a .44 caliber.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, have you seen the size of those bullets?
Yeah.
Do you realize how big those are?
Yeah.
And what that would actually do to somebody?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
There.
I mean, I can imagine that'd probably take your arm off at the right angle.
I feel like if I search up what does a .44 caliber gun do to a human body,
No, that's probably
I'm gonna get put on a list
Yeah.
somewhere, so I'm not gonna do that.
FBI agent's gonna be knocking, hey,
Yeah, what's going on?
what are you doing?
Once in a while, I will Google, like, I write a podcast, and then Google's AI is like, ha ha ha, funny joke. And I was like, it's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
I'm letting people know that I'm not researching weird things for myself.
Shoot. Now, at first, Donna's ex-boyfriend was first suspected of this shooting, but of course, this led nowhere.
Right.
Now, on October 23rd, 1976, which is 3 months later, Berkowitz struck again in Queens. 20-year-old Carl De Niro and 18-year-old Rosemary Keenan were sitting in their parked car after leaving the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe they may have possibly started smoking a joint. Maybe,
It's the 70s.
Yeah, it's the 70s. And that's when the windows just shattered.
That would be fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Now, Rosemary immediately started the car and just drove off. Now, even though Carl had a bullet wound in his head, he didn't realize he had that at first.
Yeah. Adrenaline and shock and all those things.
So I guess what happened is it hit the roof of the car first before hitting him in the head.
Okay.
So it saved his life, honestly.
Yeah.
Now both Carl and Rosemary survived the attack, and neither one of them saw the shooter. Now, police again determined that the bullets were a .44 caliber. Now, they didn't connect these two crimes yet because of the different areas, as well as they refer to these different areas like the Bronx, Queens. They call them boroughs. There wasn't a whole lot of communication between boroughs at that time. So, it
was fragmented.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, November 27th, 1976, which was a month later, 16-year-old Donna DeMasi and 18-year-old Joanne Lomino were on Joanne's porch after going to the movies in Queens. A man approached them, and he was dressed in military fatigues, and he began to ask them for directions before taking out a revolver and shooting at them.
And also, just for, in case people don't know, because I had to Google it, fatigues is literally just, their uniform.
Uniform. Yes, uniform.
Yeah. Because at first, whenever I hear it, I'm like, what?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Now, both girls survived, but Joanne was paralyzed from a bullet hitting her spine.
Oof.
And it seems that her health was just not quite the same after, according to her brother.
Right. Well, I can imagine, yeah.
Now, police were able to determine, again, a .44 caliber. Now, composite sketches were made based on the testimony from the girls and then neighbors, witnesses.
Okay.
I couldn't get words. Words aren't forming.
Words.
Now, January 30th, 1977, 2 months later, 26-year-old Christine Freund and 30-year-old John Deal were sitting in John's car in the Queens. They were out on a date, and they were going to start actually heading home when the car was shot at. John suffered minor injuries, and Christine died of her injuries at the hospital.
Oof.
Yes. Neither victim ever saw the shooter.
Okay. Now,
after this shooting, police publicly connected this case to the previous shootings because of the patterns.
Right.
The .44 caliber. The shooter seemed to be targeting young women that had long dark hair. And at this point, they were calling the shooter the .44 caliber killer. Okay. Now, on March 8th, 1977, Columbia University student?
Why? What is you and student?
I don't know. It's just not coming out today.
Student
earlier, now student. Who knows? Student, 20-year-old Virginia Voskerichian. Now, she was shot walking home from class. She was shot several times at point-blank range and eventually died of a gunshot wound to the head, to her face, in fact.
Jeez.
Yes. Now, this was only a block away from where Christine Freund was when she was shot. So it was...
right in that area.
Right in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
Now, April 17th, 1977, 20-year-old Alexander Esau and 18-year-old Valentina Serrani were in the Bronx. I can't talk today, y'all.
Y'all?
I can't talk. Can't do it. Now, they were in the Bronx, several blocks away from the scene of Jody and Donna's shooting. So, the first shooting.
Yeah, the very first one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the pair was shot twice while sitting in the car, and both died before they could talk to the police. So, they were, dead on scene, when the police got there. Investigators determined that the shooting was the same suspect as the others. Again, .44 caliber.
Mm-hmm.
At the crime scene, police discovered a handwritten letter addressed to the captain of the New York City Police Department. Now, in this letter, Berkowitz referred to himself as Son of Sam, and he expressed that he wanted to continue his shooting sprees. I have the letter, and I'll read it to you.
Oh boy.
I am deeply hurt by your calling me a woman hater. I am not, but I am a monster. I am the son of Sam. I am a little brat. When Father Sam gets drunk, he gets mean. He beats his family. Sometimes he ties me up to the back of the house. Other times, he locks me in the garage. Sam loves to drink blood. Go out and kill, commands Father Sam. Behind our house, some rest, mostly young, raped and slaughtered, their blood drained, just bones now. Papa Sam keeps me locked in the attic too. I can't get out, but I look out the attic window and watch the world go by. I feel like an outsider. I am on a different wavelength than everybody. I love to hunt, prowling the streets looking for fair game, tasty meat. The women of Queens are the prettiest. I must be the water they drink. I live for the hunt, my life. Blood for Papa. Mr. Borelli, sir. I don't want to kill any more, no sir, no more. But I must honor thy father. I want to make love to the world. I love people. I don't belong on earth. Return me to Yahoos. The faces she just gave me when I said that.
Throughout the entire thing, too, I was like, the listeners can't hear me rolling my eyes.
Yeah. To the people of Queens, I love you, and I want to wish you all a happy Easter. May God bless you in this life and in the next, and for now, I say goodbye and good night. Police, let me haunt you with these words. I'll be back. I'll be back. To be interpreted as bang, 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 bank, bang, ugh. Yours in murder, Mr. Monster.
Okay.
Do you want to unpack that a little bit?
I just, like, first of all,
I see the wheels turning in your brain, and I want to pick it a little bit. Not gonna lie.
I hate when killers give themselves a name. I think it's overall just because I'm like, you're gross. But it's like, shut the fuck up. And especially, like, even when newspapers and stuff do it and they give them, like, a name that sounds cool, and you're like, don't do that. Because then it's just, like, they get an ego about it.
Which I think he already had a fragile ego to begin with.
Right.
If you kind of look at his past a little bit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know.
But also, like, I mean, there was a lot there.
There was a lot.
But was there any evidence of him having any type of, like, personality disorder?
I don't know that officially he ever did.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge, at least.
Right.
In terms of psyche.
I'm not trying to, like, armchair diagnose anybody or whatever. But just the way that he was writing, it sounded like he was, like, there was almost two versions of him.
Mm-hmm.
There was, like, the father Sam that did all these horrible things and wanted him to kill.
Yeah.
But that he could have also just been, like, theatrics about it. So I don't know. But I was just wondering.
Now we kind of have to ask, who is Sam?
Yeah.
Who's Sam?
So it's not just, like, a name that he, like, created? Like,
We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. Now, 1919. I'm sorry. May 30th of 1977. I'm looking ahead a little bit. Jimmy Breslin, a reporter for the Daily News, received a second Son of Sam letter. Now, it was postmarked the same day from Englewood, New Jersey. Now, on the envelope, it had words like blood and family, death and darkness, absolute depravity, 44 caliber.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No.
I just picture him writing this letter, folding it up, and then being like, oh, you know, it'll really freak him out. Absolute depravity. And, like, scribbling it, which is just fucking, ugh.
Now, in the letter, Son of Sam referenced several, like, past victims, and he also kind of, like, continued to mock, like, New York City Police Department at their, like, inability to solve the case at that moment. Now, I do actually have that letter as well,
Okay.
so I'll read that one for you. Took me a hot minute to find the full letter for this one. Hello from the gutters of New York City, which are filled with dog manure, vomit, stale wine, urine, and blood. The face you just gave me off the bat.
Ew.
Hello from the sewers of New York City, which swallow up these delicacies that are washed away by sweeper trucks. Hello from the cracks in the sidewalks of New York City, and from the ants that dwell in these cracks and feed on the dried blood of the dead that has settled into those cracks. JB referring Jimmy Breslin, who received the letter. I'm just dropping you a line to let you know that I appreciate your interest in those recent and horrendous 44 killings. I want to tell you that I've read your column daily and find it quite informative. Tell me, Jim, what will you have for July 29th? You can forget about me if you'd like, because I don't care for publicity, which I don't believe.
Right. Like, you wouldn't be doing all this if you didn't care about the publicity.
However, you must not forget Donna Lauria, and you cannot let people forget about her either. She was a very, very sweet girl, but Sam's a thirsty lad, and he won't let me stop killing until he gets his fill of blood. Mr. Breslin, sir, don't think that because you haven't heard from me for a while that I went to sleep. No, rather, I'm still here, like a spirit roaming the night, thirsty, hungry, seldom stopping at rest, anxious to please Sam. I love my work. Now the void has been filled. Perhaps we shall meet face to face someday, and perhaps I'll be blown away by the cops with smoking 38s. Whatever I shall be fortunate enough to meet you, I will tell you about Sam if you'd like, and I will introduce you to him. His name is Sam the Terrible. Not knowing what the future holds, I shall say farewell, and I will see you at the next job. Or should I say, you will see my handiwork at the next job.
The reference to July 29th, was that?
The year anniversary of the first shooting.
Okay.
So that was, purposefully.
Oh yeah, like calling back to his first work.
Yes.
Just the way that it was phrased, because it's a lot of it's phrased weird. But I was like, because he said, what are your plans July 29th or something like that?
Yes, essentially.
And so I was like, is this like a preemptive, I'm gonna do more?
And I think
up?
I think that's kind of a lot of like what the public was worried about. Like, was he gonna kill again on his anniversary?
Yeah.
So it was very taunting.
Yes, for sure.
Now, it is noted that this could have been a copycat because of how different it was from the first.
But you said it was the same day? Like the two letters were sent the same day?
No. It was like almost a month. Yeah, April 17th was when the first one was found, and then it was May 30th when Jimmy Breslin got his.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, that doesn't make any sense. If they were sent the same day.
No.
Yeah, no, I could definitely, because I was thinking that too. It's like, it is very different than the first.
I almost don't think it is, though, in my personal opinion, which we could get into that a little bit later. On June 26, in 1977, Son of Sam made another appearance. Queens 20-year-old Sal Lupo and 17-year-old Judy Placido were sitting in their car in the early morning hours after meeting at the disco. Ironically, they had just talked about Son of Sam when they were shot with 3 gunshots. So literally they had just been talking about it in the car, about this creepy thing going on.
That's terrifying.
Yes.
Horrifying.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Now, they both suffered minor injuries, but they survived.
I am, impressed with how many victims survive in this case.
I think it was just very erratic. He would just go up to a car and just fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's nice to hear that so many of them survive. But it is definitely, a little bit, I guess it shows that he wasn't really, I don't know, fully, I don't want to say committing, but at the same time, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for.
I get what you're trying to say, and I'm trying to think of what, the wordage.
Yeah.
It was almost as if it was just doing the act. It wasn't seeing it all the way through, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Unfortunately, neither one of them saw their attacker. Witnesses reported seeing a tall, stocky man with dark hair fleeing the crime scene. Now, there was also some reports of a blonde man, but I feel like sometimes with stuff like that, details can kind of get a little squirrely.
Yeah, eyewitness reports are hard.
Yes.
Especially in times of panic. Like, people don't remember.
Yeah. Which I think I kind of make a note of that a little bit later on, which we'll come back to that.
We'll put a pin in that.
Put a pin in that. July 28th, 1977. So literally the day before the anniversary of the first shooting. Daily News headline said, "To the .44 caliber killer on his first death day." Now, some journalists were kind of irate over this headline, as it could have been taken as, like, taunting the killer.
Yeah.
Which, I get that news, like, big news sells.
Right.
You know, especially, like, with an unsolved case of a shooter like this. But there's a line.
Right.
Which that was definitely somewhere in between.
That was playing limbo with that line.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. But you also have to look at the same time that this killer has already been killing for a year. Would it have made a difference?
Right.
You know?
I think that the hard part is that they don't understand his psyche, so they don't know who it is, so they don't know if it would have made a difference.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you don't know, then you should err on the side of caution and just not rile anybody up.
Yeah.
Like, he's going around shooting into people's cars.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to do that.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, on July 31st, 1977, just 2 days after the anniversary of the first shooting, Berkowitz shot again. So he didn't shoot on the anniversary date. He waited 2 days later. This time, and it was in Brooklyn. And this is the first time he's been in Brooklyn to do that.
Oh.
He's mainly stayed in the Bronx and Queens, but this time he switched up on them and went to Brooklyn. Which, could that have been done on purpose? Could have been.
I feel like he was probably worried that they were a little too close on his tail.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, if I move, like, they're not going to expect it.
This is true. Now, Stacy Moskowitz and Robert Violante is how I'm going to say it. They were in Robert's car. They were out on a date, and they had walked around a park, went to the swings, and this was around like 1:30 in the morning.
Oof.
Yeah. And they had actually went back to the car because Stacy was starting to get nervous.
I was about to say, being out that late at night anywhere in New York City is a risk. Let alone with this happening.
Yeah, during this time when shootings were happening. Yeah. And I think just in general during the 70s, I think crime rate in New York City was just way up there in general, like, despite this shooting going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's scary in general.
Yeah.
Because New York City's not a place I would be out at night.
Then a man walked up to the passenger side and began shooting through the open window. Stacy died at the hospital, and Robert suffered non-life-threatening injuries, but he went blind.
Ooh.
Yes. Now, Stacy was blonde instead of dark-haired like the others. Just to make a note of.
Right.
She was a different
victim profile. But it's also, like, it's dark out. Also, they were in a car.
Yes.
And he just walked. Like, I feel like that wasn't an intentional choice.
Probably not.
He might have not noticed, or, like,
just didn't care.
Saw a couple and was like, yep, those are the next ones.
Yep. Now, there were several witnesses to this shooting that was able to provide descriptions to police. One of the witnesses described that the man looked like he was wearing a wig, which could account for possibly some of the varying, like, descriptions, whether it was blonde, dark hair.
Right,
possibly. Yeah. Several witnesses saw a man matching Berkowitz's description wearing a wig, driving a yellow car without any headlights, and speeding away from the crime scene. Maybe he was wearing a wig. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I mean, there was also a ticket given to a yellow car, Berkowitz's car, that was parked by a fire hydrant.
Oh.
Now, they called Berkowitz several times in order to check to see if he saw or heard anything that night, and as well as about the parking ticket itself.
Mm-hmm.
But he never answered the phone or called them back.
Okay.
Not
you can
weird
get
at all.
arrested for unpaid parking tickets.
Yes. I don't know why you wouldn't have just called him back and been like,
didn't see anything. Here's the parking ticket money. Like,
yeah.
But my thing, like, I would have loved if he got arrested for unpaid parking tickets. That would have been so fucking funny, dude.
Oh, shoot. Now, when there was no response, detectives called over to Yonkers PD. So Yonkers is kind of like Queens, Brooklyn. It's another little sub-section.
Yes.
And this is where Berkowitz? That's what I should just call him now from the rest of the podcast now.
The
Litz. Now, this is where Berkowitz had lived. Now, the detective got a civilian dispatcher who was Carr, Sam Carr's daughter. Sam Carr was Berkowitz's neighbor.
Okay, wait, hang on.
Yes.
Back up real quick and restate that for me. I lost the plot for a minute.
So detectives are calling over to the other subsection.
Yonkers. Yes.
Detective got a civilian dispatcher who was working for Yonkers PD. Her name was Carr. Carr is Sam Carr's daughter. Sam Carr is David Berkowitz's neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, for a second I was like, hang on a second.
Hold on, wait, that's too many names.
That's too many names.
Now, Berkowitz actually terrorized the Carr family.
Oh.
Because of their dogs barking and howling constantly. Threatening letters. To, at some point, he threw Mazel tovs in their yards.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And he shot the dog. The dog did live, though.
Oh, thank God.
Harvey, that's the dog's name. Harvey lived. Now, after the detectives got her stories about this, because, they're inquiring about Berkowitz, she's like, oh, that crazy dude. So, after that, he became a suspect.
Yeah. Well, also, Sam.
Exactly. Now we're circling back to Sam.
Right.
Police had investigated his car and discovered a rifle in the back seat, maps of the crime scenes, and ammunition. There was also a letter that had similar handwriting to the previous Son of Sam letters in the car. So they got a warrant, and police arrested the 24-year-old when he left his apartment and got into his car on August 10th, 1977. He was holding a paper bag that had the .44 caliber revolver.
Oh, That's pretty incriminating.
That is pretty.
If everything else wasn't, that's pretty.
That really did.
That was really the smoking gun, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Now, when they arrested him, Berkowitz smiled at the police. And he said to the officer, well, you got me. What took you so long?
Ew.
Now, in the Netflix show that I referenced earlier, what they would do is they would bring out audio from the interview he did in 1980. And in that audio, he claimed that he got the parking ticket on purpose, that he chose to get caught.
Sure.
I'm sorry. Just,
Sometimes, they have such egos about them that they're like, oh, yeah, that was intentional.
That was intentional.
It's like, no, the fuck it wasn't.
Who knows? Now, there was, footage of them, bringing him in after the arrest. I don't know if it was actually to jail or if it was, him going to court. But this guy had the biggest smirk on his face.
Ew.
And yes, I'm going to send you a picture because it just riles me up. And also, before he, got out of the car, he asked detectives to, comb his hair, to fix his hair.
Ew.
Yes. I'm going to send you. I have to now. Because when I see his smirking face...
I'll use that picture for the cover art image for the episode.
Oh, okay.
Picture time.
Picture time. Look at that. Look at that look on his face. He was excited. He was excited to be...
He does not look like what I pictured in my head either.
No, he's not. You wouldn't suspect him at all of doing something like this.
He looks like a verrier.
A verrier?
He looks like a very regular, Joe Schmo.
It honestly, he almost reminds me of that one character from The Princess Bride. If you've seen that movie.
I have not. Picture time
Picture time again!
Because Hatter doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What's his name? The Giant. Who is that?
Oh, wait! Okay, Andre the Giant.
Yes!
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of who he looks like in a way? I kind of see it, personally.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit. Not a lot, but enough to be like, huh. But no, I think he kind of looks like Andre the Giant a little bit. So for our listeners, to describe how this man looks, if you don't Google him, he kind of looks similar to Andre the Giant.
Yeah, smaller nose, Smaller in general,
Just in
like
general,
stature
yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
because obviously Andre the Giant, it's kind of in the name. He's a big dude.
Yes.
But yeah, like similar face shape. He looks like an actor in my head, and I can't place who it is, but
It'll come to you later.
yeah, it'll be like in the middle of the night, and I'll sit up in bed and be like, "Oh my god,
This
that's
guy.
this guy."
But no, if you look at him smiling, he just looks like he's enjoying the attention he's getting, just like a narcissist. Like,
Yeah, oh for sure. Even with the letters and stuff, like it feels like I said, they have an ego about them sometimes, and this is definitely one of those cases.
oh yeah,
Like that's why he tried to be like, "Oh, I purposely got that parking ticket
because I wanted to
'cause
get
I
caught.
Bitch, no, you didn't.
He was
Shut the
ready to
fuck
be
up.
caught.
Yeah.
Now, the day after his arrest, Berkowitz confessed to the shootings. He claimed that Father Sam was a 6,000-year-old demonic spirit who spoke to him via his former neighbor's black Labrador. The Carr family that I mentioned
Right.
earlier.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. First of all, the dog you tried to kill.
The dog you tried to shoot. Yeah.
So, like, if he was speaking to him, I guess why would you kill the thing that was speaking to you to do these things?
Yeah.
Because you're obviously not remorseful, so it's not one of those, like, he kept telling me to do it and I had to kind of thing. But also, like, your neighbor's name was Sam.
Yeah.
Like, relax.
Now, I guess this demonic spirit, told Berkowitz to kill, and that the demon was picking the victims and not Berkowitz. That he was just the hand that had the gun.
Just so happened to be people who looked like your mother, too.
Or couples that reminded you of your parents.
Yeah, in general. Like, sure, all right.
Now, when police went to Berkowitz's apartment after his arrest, they found pictures of the young girls he killed from, like, newspaper clippings on the floor. There was writing on the walls. And there was, like, I'm assuming he, like, punched a hole in the wall. Because there was this big old hole, and there was writing next to it that said, "Hi, my name is Mr. Williams, and I live in this hole. I have several children I'm turning into killers. Can't wait till they grow up." Like, there was just all kinds of writing and stuff on the walls. And it almost, in my opinion, makes you wonder if he purposefully did it. He knew he was going to get caught. And if we look at that, if we go that route.
Right.
If he was going to purposefully get caught, did he do it on purpose just to seem crazy? Or was he actually crazy?
Right. Well, even if he, like, did have some sort of, like, mental health problem, that doesn't also mean that he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, it takes a lot, like we've talked about time and time again, it takes a very specific set of circumstances to qualify for, like, insanity plea. So it's like, even if he was, like, quickly scribbling on the wall, just try to get out of it. One, that wouldn't work. But two, even if he wasn't, and it was just some sort of, like, lapse in his mental health, you still have obviously shown that you have at least, like, the moral compass of right from wrong. Because, like, you did a lot of things to not only hide yourself if you're wearing, like, a wig. Like, you knew that what you were doing was wrong.
Yes. Now, in the interview with Jack Jones that I've brought up a couple times, he does claim he did do it on purpose to look crazy because he knew he was getting caught.
Right.
That's what he's claiming, at least, and that the demon story was made up.
That I believe.
Yeah, that might be true.
Yeah, I believe that he did probably intentionally write on the walls and the demon story and stuff to try to make himself look crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I hate this part. I have to talk about it, though. In court, when he was finally going to court for what he did, he became belligerent. He kind of started freaking out, and he started screaming and stuff. One of these things I don't want to say, but I'm going to, because we talk about all the facts here.
Right.
When he started screaming, he started saying things like Stacy Moskowitz, who was one of his victims. He called her a whore. And that he'd kill her again.
What the fuck?
He also said things like, "I'd kill all of you, I'll kill again." He just started screaming, going crazy in court. And then he actually tried to go out the window.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Which, fuck you, by the way.
Right.
I don't often say a lot of cussing on this, but fuck you for that.
Yeah.
Like,
what the fuck, dude? I don't even know like what to say to that other than like what the fuck.
No, that was disgusting.
Yeah.
That was just downright disgusting. After the judge was trying to calm down the courtroom from this, Robert Valenti, the one that was actually with Stacy
Right.
that night, like they were there as a couple the night she was shot, he was in the courtroom and he said, "Fuck you, you piece of garbage. You should be dead. This piece of garbage. I want to kill him." Which,
valid.
I understand his anger.
Right.
100%. Completely get it. You blinded this man for one thing. This was the one that went blind.
Yes.
So, I understand where he's coming from.
And you killed his, well, I don't know if they were actually dating.
Officially
like,
dating, but...
Right, but you killed his date. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, you want to sit there and call that woman that he was with
right
a horrible name, saying you kill her again. I mean, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Berkowitz was sentenced to 25 years to life for each murder, June 1978, which totals to 365 years.
Hell yeah. I wish...
Go for it. Whatever. Speak your mind.
I probably shouldn't. I was gonna say, I wish that somehow we could keep them alive long enough just to serve out the full sentence.
Just to serve out that full sentence.
And then, like, be like, all right, whatever.
You're done.
You're done.
Now, he has been denied parole ever since, anytime he's ever applied for it. Now, in 1993, in an interview with Inside Edition, he claimed he did not do all the shootings.
Oh, okay.
That he was in a satanic cult where other members of this cult helped him with these killings.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
We're gonna get there. Police never found any cult connection.
And the killings would still be happening.
That was my other point. Berkowitz not only didn't mention any names, after he was arrested, the shootings stopped.
Right.
In my opinion. It's just an opinion. A theory.
It's just my opinion.
It seems like this was kind of his way to get back into the media, to get his attention again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Maury Terry, a journalist, was actually looking into this theory, which was just like after Berkowitz's arrest. Because before he went to court, was sentenced, all that. Maury Terry believed that there was more to the story. So he was already kind of looking into this.
Mm-hmm.
Berkowitz's neighbor, Sam Carr, which we've mentioned earlier, it was rumored that he was like really hard on his kids when it came to punishment. He was real disciplinarian.
Mm-hmm.
And it was rumored that one of these punishments is that he would lock his sons, John and Michael Carr, in the attic.
Oh.
Which is referenced in one of the... Actually, I think it's the first Son of Sam letters that it's referenced in. Which, of course, there's also reference to the occult in that letter. Like, I don't know if you've seen, like, there's a symbol he puts on there, which you could link back to satanic.
I gotta look it up. Hang on.
Yep, she's on the case.
I'm on the case.
She's gonna look it up. Yeah, if you look up, he would put Son of Sam, and there's a symbol, which I couldn't go back into specifics, but it would go link back to satanic-looking symbols.
Oh.
Yeah, did you find it? Yeah.
Ew. There's people who have the Son of Sam logo t-shirt, and it has that symbol on it. People are so fucked sometimes.
Oh, no. No, why would we do this? Why would we do that?
Yeah. I saw a post, too, that I was, like, conflicted on.
Oh, dear.
Because, so, it's like, I'm in a part of an oddities group, and this person had made these rings, and some of them were, like, dirt from, so it's like a gold ring, and then it had like an oval on it, and the inside was like dirt from like the Jeepers Creepers movie, or dirt from different horror movies. But there was also like dirt from Ed Gein's farm. And,
oh no.
And like crime scene dirt, which I was like, it's just the dirt. Like, but also I just felt a little icky. Like,
understandably.
I was just like I'm not judging anybody.
No judgment if you
like
do that, but I just don't know that I would personally do it.
Right. Like, I do judge if you're one of those people who, like, go and try to take things from the crime scene. Like,
that's different.
People, right, like...
That's different.
But for the dirt, I was like...
It's dirt.
That's the line. That's the line that we were talking about, where I'm like, it's not, like, that bad, but it's a little bit, like, eee. Also, I don't know if I would want to bring that, like, juju around with me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I want to see if I could find anything else about that symbol. Because it is just like, so it's like an X.
Mm-hmm.
And on like the left triangle of the X is the male symbol.
Yeah.
On the right triangle of the X going down into the bottom triangle of the X is the female symbol. And then in the top triangle, it's like a T or a cross. And then the bottom symbol, it's an S.
Also, I just realized something. When I was reading you the second letter, turns out I didn't have the full letter. I didn't read you the full letter. So I'm going to read you this part because this actually connects to the next thing that I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
You'll see my handiwork at the next job, which I think I'm... Remember Mrs. Laurie, a thank you. In Their Blood and From the Gutter. Sam's Creation. 44. There are some names to help you along. Forward them to the inspector for use by NCIC. Not sure what that meant. The Duke of Death. The Wicked King Wicker. The 22 Disciples of Hell. John Wheaties, rapist and suffocator of young girls. P.S. JB, Jimmy Breslin. Please inform all of the detectives working on the slayings to remain.
Okay.
Yes. So, reason I bring that up is because the next thing as to why, there might be, like, more than one person involved. Why that was thought, at least. In the second letter, which I just read part of you too, John Wheaties, which is in reference to John Carr's middle name, which is Wheat.
Okay.
Sam Carr's son, John Wheat. His name was John Wheat Carr. So, John Wheaties. They think that is a... Because I guess they used to call him, nickname was Wheaties.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be some form of... Connection.
I feel like, and this is just my opinion, I feel like he's just taking this family and dragging them into something that they were not a part of. Like, saying that their lab was talking to him, which I get that he then said was not true.
Not true.
But then he also recanted that, kind of, and said that he didn't do the killings, and it was a satanic cult, so, like, Yeah. But, like, taking the dad's name. And, like, I get that if the dad was locking his kids up in the attic as, a form of punishment, that's fucked.
If that's even true.
Right, if that's true. But that's also a different issue.
Yes.
It definitely feels like he's just dragging this, like, this family pissed him off, and he was like, you know what? I'm pulling them into this mess.
Yeah. In
some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Now, Maury Terry had suspected that John and Michael Carr and the occult had been involved in the Son of Sam shootings. Maury Terry also pointed out that some of the composite sketches from the case looked like John Carr, which... We've talked about how sometimes when you go through something traumatic, details get fuzzy.
Right.
So it's kind of hard, in my opinion, to go based on...
just the eyewitness.
The composite sketches.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, though, to play devil's advocate, that could also account for the differences in descriptions. Like, maybe it wasn't a wig. Maybe it could have been different people. I don't believe that, but like I said, just to play devil's advocate.
Yeah, just to see both sides of it. Now, John Carr died of a gunshot wound in North Dakota in February of 1978.
If he was involved, the irony.
Yes. And then Michael Carr died in a one-car accident in Manhattan in 1979. And I think that their deaths, unfortunately, may have added to the suspicion of the theory.
Right.
Because of the weird circumstances in which they died.
And it's like, we were talking about how the killings weren't continuing, but they died pretty shortly after he got arrested, right? Yeah. It was like 1 year and then 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, that doesn't help either, because then you're like, well, they died, so if they were a part of it, it was like 2 years. But granted, nothing happened in those 2 years, but also, once again, to play devil's advocate, they could have been like, hey, he just got arrested, we need to lay low for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then they passed away as well. I still don't feel like... I feel like there'd be a lot more to it that would show that they were involved. I personally don't think that they were, but there is a few things that I'm like, that's a little weird.
That's a little strange. Now, the satanic cult in question that's in this theory was called the Children. that operated out of the Yonkers and Udemeyer Park.
Okay.
Which, in that park, Terry said that he found an abandoned house with bloodstains on the floor, which was on a path that was between Berkowitz's apartment and the Carr home.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, this abandoned house was on a path from...
That was, like, between, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a very small path.
No, it was like, it's like between. Like...
Gotcha. It, like, goes back into... Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yes. Now, Maury Terry had written a book called The Ultimate Evil. And there's also a separate Netflix documentary that came out earlier than the one that I've been referencing.
Okay.
That is called Sons of Sam, A Descent into Darkness. If you guys want to go check that out, and they kind of expand more on this theory in terms of like the occult and the Carr brothers and in terms of that. Now, it is noted that in 2022, so just a few years ago, Berkowitz reached out to Michael Caparelli. Now, he is a behavioral scientist and a former pastor. Michael conducted a 100-hour case study on David Berkowitz.
Damn.
Yes. Which is detailed in his book called Monster Mirror. Now, during this, Berkowitz would finally clear the air of others' involvement in the case. There was no one involved.
How did he officially clear it?
He told Michael there was no one else involved.
Just straight up.
Just straight up. He alone did the shootings.
Okay.
I know. We had to kind of go down the theory for a second.
No, but I'm just like, he's given like 4 different stories now.
He's given so many stories.
Like,
yeah.
Which one do you actually believe? Which I do believe that nobody else was involved.
I think so too.
But still, it's like, even if you're like, yeah, there's nobody else, like, bitch, you've already lied to us 3 other times if this is now the story.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
He said that he took the idea from journalists who had presented the idea, like, in the papers, that there could have been multiple people involved.
Fucking press, man. No, I'm just kidding. But that's what, like, we were talking about earlier when I was like, if it's already on the line and, like, you don't know the type of person that you're dealing with, it's better not to say something. That I feel like that falls into that. It's like,
yeah,
don't make shit up just for a better paper.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to present the idea that there may have been more victims that we realize.
Yeah.
April 9th, 1976, 3 months before the first shooting of Donna Loria and Jody.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy Savino was sitting in her car in the Bronx after having dinner with her husband. So they took separate cars. So the husband got in his car and drove off. And she was in her car getting ready to leave.
Mm-hmm.
When a man approached and shot several times. She survived, lost an eye, unfortunately. But her shooter was not found until August 1977, when Berkowitz was arrested, and Wendy recognized Berkowitz as the shooter.
Oh.
Yes.
Shit.
Now, at the time, she was not connected to the case because the gun that was used was not a .44 caliber.
Oh.
She was shot with a .32.
Shit.
Yes. So for all these years, she was never connected to the case.
Right.
She was never recognized as a victim. Even though she recognized him. And I looked at the composite sketch from her case. Looks just like him. I have it. I've got it. Yeah. Like, it's kind of eerie, honestly.
Picture time.
Picture time again. I can send me pictures for you. And that's just a crazy thought to me. That for so many years, she couldn't be recognized.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks like him.
Does that not look exactly like him?
Yeah. Like,
the face shape may be slightly off.
Well, I was going to say, ironically, I feel like the composite sketch looks more like Andre the Giant. So I feel like that goes to show that it does look, because we were making connections between them anyways. But, like, I would say the face shape is just a hair off and the nose is just a hair off. But for a composite sketch as well, like, that's...
It looks exactly like him. And you could see the date in which that was drawn. It was March 5th. Not March, May 5th.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it looks exactly like David Berkowitz. It's eerie.
Yeah, or I think that might be May 3rd.
Maybe. It's a little hard to...
It's hard to read, but...
It's either May 3rd, it might be May 3rd, May 5th.
Yeah, it's right around. It's May something, 76.
Now, back to, like, what I was saying, like, she was shot with a .32 caliber.
Uh-huh.
And there was no record of Berkowitz owning that type of gun. So...
But, like,
I know.
Criminals get guns all the time, like...
Yeah. Now, it wouldn't be until June 2024 that NYPD recognized her as a victim of Berkowitz after reviewing the case file.
Damn.
Yeah, so somebody reached out to her, and then they went to the police and was like, hey, you guys really need to, like, look back into this.
Yeah.
And then after re-reviewing it, yeah, she finally got her recognition.
And closure, I'm sure.
Yeah. Now, of course, because of statute of limitations, obviously he can't be charged.
Right, but he's already in there for 300 some odd years.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Now, Berkowitz, because they did ask him, like, hey, did you do this? He does deny shooting her.
Mm.
You've confessed to the other ones. Why deny this one?
Right.
But he now is, like, claiming to be a born-again Christian, so I don't know if him admitting to shooting her puts a damper on that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm wording it exactly.
Yeah,
how
no,
I'm
I
wanting
get...
to...
And I feel like there's a lot of people who do this when they're in prison. Especially because they've done all these crimes, and so they think that turning to Jesus will somehow save them or get them some sort of appeal or something. And it's like, that's not how it works, like,
yeah,
in the justice system.
Yeah.
Like, you can say that you found God. Good
Which,
for you.
you say,
whatever.
If...
Your your prerogative, go for it. That doesn't suddenly absolve you of all the crimes that you did.
In terms of the legal system.
In terms of the legal system, right. Like, and in terms with the gun thing too, he had a rifle in his car.
Yeah.
So he already had different types of guns. I get that a 32 isn't a rifle.
Yeah.
But still, like, it shows that he has different types of guns as is. So it's not, like, surprising that he probably did shoot other people with other guns.
Yes.
And it just wasn't connected.
Yes. Or just that he started way earlier.
Yeah.
You know? Now, he is still alive. So...
Unfortunate. Sorry.
It's okay. I was gonna say, so if you end up listening to this, my guy...
Right.
You know.
Get fucked.
Oh, well... that wasn't what I was gonna go with, but alright.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
You could go with that. He's alive and in Shawangunk Correctional Facility in Wallkill, New York. And he's also featured on an episode of 48 Hours, Son of Sam, The Killer Speaks. And that wraps up...
Wait, he's...
Yes.
Residing at Shawangunk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where he's at as of right now.
Yes.
At 70-some years old. I don't remember specifically how old he is, but he's in his 70s.
Yeah.
But that wraps up my case for you about David Berkowitz, Son of Sam killer, shooter, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, a bitch. That's what I want to call him. Obviously, like, as if the murders weren't bad enough, then him going and adding, like, I would kill her again and all that. It's like, you're a fucking bitch. Shut the fuck up.
That twisted my stomach.
Yeah.
Especially writing it, I was like, oh.
Right, like, ew.
That was disgusting. That was, especially the fact that you tried to go out the window. Obviously, you were scared.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks so much for listening, as always, and don't go too far because we'll catch you in the next investigation. Bye!
Bye!